Okay, we've got this 48 by 24 inch die that we want to shrink down to 42 by 24. So the first thing that we'll do is redo the shape of the stone using the shape builder. And I'll just type in the dimensions of 42 by 24. The base on this one is 60 by 8 with a 2-inch margin. So we'll go ahead and click OK. And then if I click on the shape and hit Shift Page Down, that sends it to the back so that I can see the stuff in front. And as you can see, the problem is that we need to move this design in from the edges. But because it's got a connecting line here, you can't just grab the pieces and move it because it will screw up the V-line. So what we're going to do instead is cut that down. First, let's go ahead and just move these boxes in a little bit. Change my nudge to 1, and then we'll bring that in 1 and bring that in 1. That looks pretty good. We might. Nah, that looks pretty good. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to zoom into the center of this ribbon, and using the knife tool, we're just going to click on each of these pieces, and then let's zoom out. Okay. Now if I grab this and move it, you can see that it's actually connected to this piece over here. So what we want to do is we want to break that all apart. We'll go up to break apart, and now let's try to grab again. And now I've grabbed the whole piece, so that's what we want there. I'm just going to take the fill out and give it an outline so that I can see it better. And I will do the same on this side as well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that in. Let's say bring it in 2 inches. That looks pretty good. And then we'll bring this in 2 inches, just clicking over on the keyboard direction arrows. And now let's zoom back in. And as you can see, we've got these pieces here that we need to fix. So what we're going to use is the virtual segment delete tool. And if we just basically drag a box that touches those lines, it'll delete them. Or you can just click on the line itself. But I find that usually dragging a box works a little nicer. So I will drag a box here and just delete all the pieces that we don't need. So we're just going to drag around all these pieces. Right there. Okay, now that it's done, what we want to do is zoom back out, and we want to combine all these pieces. So we're going to grab this, and then holding down Shift, I'm going to select this piece so that now it is out of the selection. Then I'm going to combine that all together. So now if I move that, you'll see it all moves together. So I'm going to just undo that. And then if I hit Alt-C, it should close that in for me, or it'll reconnect those lines in the middle. And then the problem is that this comes now to a bit of a point. And so all we have to do is using the node tool, or the shape tool, let's go ahead and click. Double clicking creates nodes. We're just going to create nodes along these lines here. Now that we've got those 4 nodes, we can select the inside nodes and hit delete. And what that'll do is basically just smooth that line out for us. Once that's all done, we can use the fill panels, and that'll fill it in for us. And then I'll probably just go ahead and take the outline color off. And now we've got it set to fit